What's going on, everybody? My name is Jacob Forster, and we're back with another spooky experience. This time we're playing a game called The Test. I saw this pop up on Steam, and it's touted as like a psychological horror experience in the style of like this 8-bit kind of fortune-telling thing. I'm supposed to, well, we'll see how the game goes. Now, in order to begin, this is the most important part of this entire experience, okay? You'll be asked a series of questions and you must answer them honestly. Now, when I say answer them honestly, I don't mean answer them how you'd like to answer them. Answer them with truth, even if that's hard to face. We all want to be good people. We rarely want to admit our faults, grievances, or mistakes. But you must decide what you truly want. Do you want this to work properly? Do you want the truth about yourself, your destiny in this world, or would you rather live a lie just to hide from yourself? I want this to work properly. The process is very simple in theory. Just answer a long series of questions. What's difficult is self-analyzing your own psyche to evaluate the truths in your own mind and life so that you can predict your future. You see, as long as you're honest with these questions and answers, you'll be able to see your own future here. This will tell you things you already know, but don't necessarily know that you know. As long as the answers you provide to the questions asked are 100% honest and true, this process will simply unlock a part of your mind that you do not have natural access to. This isn't psychic. This isn't a personality test. This is simply nature. Oh boy, here we go. This is you. This is your own mind. This is simply nature taking its course. This is the human brain at work, unlocking hidden truths within itself. While attempting to answer many of these questions, you'll often wonder things like, well, this answer depends on the circumstances. I do that a lot, actually. Create your own circumstances in your own mind and answer the questions with a simple yes or no as you see fit. You may not understand nor realize it, but your mind will develop the situation required to answer your question the way it needs to be answered. I invite you to grab a drink of water, sit back, relax, and enjoy the experience we're about to begin with a series of questions, and provided that you're a willing participant, we'll be unlocking some substantial information today. Here we go. So, yeah. From what I was seeing with the game itself, basically, I'm supposed to answer every question as honestly and genuinely as possible. My first thought was like, oh, this is like a psychology test or something of that nature, but it sounds like there's going to be some other things in here. So sit back, grab a drink, something tasty, delicious. Let's do this. Would you be all right with living alone forever? No, not really. I am gonna try to answer these as honestly as possible. No, I'm a very social person. Do you like the color blue more than the color black? Yeah, I guess. If you found money on the street and knew who it belonged to, would you give it back to them? Yes. Are you sure you want the answers you seek? Yes. Are you afraid of spiders? Not in the way that people are normally afraid of spiders. Like, if I see a spider, I'm like, ew, a spider. So I'm gonna say no. If you knew you would emerge unscathed, would you jump into molten lava? If I would be unscathed, absolutely. Would you consider yourself to be fat? No. Would you say that you have a lot of charisma? Yeah. Have you ever wished you could be temporarily frozen? Like, frozen in, like, a cryogenic chamber? No? This is all very interesting. You're very interesting. Did you realize that the last letter of the previous 5 questions, when put together, spell the name Satan? Oh, gosh. No. I don't like this already. Does that make you uncomfortable? I guess a little. Are you good at finding hidden puzzles or clues? If I'm looking for them, I would say yes. Are you now wondering what other hidden messages are placed within these questions? Yes, kind of. Have you been entirely honest with your answers thus far? I would say so, yeah. Are you afraid of the consequences for answering questions dishonestly? No, I wouldn't say so. Were you aware that there could be potential consequences for answering dishonestly? No. Are you wondering how these questions began to take a strange turn? No, not really. This is a game with a very interesting atmosphere already. Would you consider yourself captivated? Yeah, I would actually. This is good so far. Very interesting. ... Would you consider yourself to be brave? I mean, yeah, I'd say I'm brave. I play a lot of spooky games, and I'm a scaredy cat sometimes, but I still run into danger. Do you view yourself as someone with above average intelligence? Other people have told me that I'm a very smart person, and I try to stay as humble as possible, so I'm going to answer yes on this. Again, I'm trying to answer it honestly. Have you been looking for hidden messages in these questions? To be honest, no. I'm kind of going through it, kind of looking at it, but not at the same time. Are you wondering which hidden messages you may have missed? Yes, I am now. Have you begun to wonder how long this test will take, or how many questions exist in this session? Yeah, part of me is wondering exactly how long this is. In the description, it said it was short and sweet, so curious how long it will actually last. Would you consider yourself to be a patient person? Yes, absolutely. Do most humans annoy you? No, not at all, actually. Do you prefer animals to people? No, I like people. But I do like animals too, of course. Do you believe in magic? Like Harry Potter magic? Or like... I mean, I guess that's the only magic that I can think of. I'm going to say no. In real life, no. Do you believe in God or the existence of some form of higher power? Yes, I do. I'll put yes. Do you fear death? I mean, I know that's a big motivating factor for humans in general, but not necessarily everybody fears it. I would say at this stage in my life, I do not fear death. Are you attracted to someone whom you're not currently in a relationship with? I'll go ahead and put no, I guess. Did you answer that last question with 100% honesty? Wait a second. I'm like trying to think if I actually... Wait, what was the question? I'm going to put yes, I think. Are you alone? Oh boy. Yes. Are you sure? I'm looking around my room. My roommate is actually out on like a trip, so he is gone, but I do not know when he gets back. He may be here and he may not be, but I'm pretty sure I'm alone right now. If I told you with utmost certainty that there's someone watching you, would you believe me? I mean, I hope it's just you guys watching me, but... yes. Have you wondered who I am? I am actually very curious who this witch doctor person is, yes. Have you had shivers at any point during the session? Yes, I have, actually. I haven't mentioned it to you guys, but I have like little chills every once in a while. Do you feel like you're being watched? Not currently, no. Have you considered quitting this session early? No, I'm going through it to the end. Do you drink water every day? I try my best to, yes. Do you eat at least once per day, every day? Yes, of course. Do you realize that you've missed 7 hidden messages thus far? No, I did not realize that. Do you realize that you just missed another one? No. Are you wondering what they were? Yes. Tell me. Would it bother you to never know without finding them yourself? Yeah, that would bother me a little bit. If you guys happen to see the secret messages, please let me know in the comments. Is your favorite number 7? No. Life is short, but it's the longest thing we'll ever do. Do you agree? Yeah, I'd say that's very accurate. Oranges cannot be compared to apples. Do you agree? I mean, they're both fruits, so that's sort of comparable, but I mean, in terms of like what they taste like, texture, and everything else, no, they are not comparable. So, do you agree? Yes. Venus is sometimes referred to as the morning star. Did you know that? I actually have heard of that. Yes. Everyone deserves a second chance. Do you agree? Yeah, I believe so. You can do anything you put your mind to. Do you agree? Yeah. Always good motivation. Obedience is more important than freedom. Do you agree? Wait, what? Like, freedom is very, very important. So I'm going to put no. Underwater adventures sound like a fun time. It depends on the underwater adventures. Like, I'm thinking of like in a submarine, that'd be kind of cool. But if I'm like scuba diving underwater, like deep water, it freaks me out. Like if I'm in the ocean and yeah. So I'm gonna put no. Did you realize that the first letters of the previous 8 questions spelled the phrase "I love you"? No, I didn't know that. That's cool to know. Do you wish to be loved? I think everybody wishes to be loved. Do you have any addictions? Yeah, I'll say yes. Specifically, caffeine is a big addiction for me. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Do you dislike the color pink? No, I actually have a pink sweater, Twitch sweater. Does the color gray seem depressing? No. I like cold, rainy days. Do you enjoy loud music? Yeah. I'm a musician, so. Do you like to dance? I'm not good at it, but yes, I do enjoy dancing. Would you consider yourself normal? I mean, as normal as you can be. I feel like I'm a little bit more outspoken and kind of more kind of whatever than a lot of people, but not necessarily everybody. So yeah, I'd consider myself within the normal category. Do you love your parents? I do. Mom and Dad, if you're watching this, I love you both. Have you ever been lied to? Yes, of course. I think most people have been lied to at some point. Do you get angry often? No, not at all. Do you hold grudges? Also no. Have you ever forgiven someone? Yes. Forgiveness is a wonderful thing to do. Have you ever lied? Of course. I've had little lies here and there throughout my life. Do you think flowers are more beautiful than trees? Ooh. Trees can be majestic, and I'd say flowers are more beautiful. Have you ever wanted to be an animal instead of a person? No, not really. Do you believe you have psychic powers? No. Have you ever seen a ghost? Like a little floating apparition? I think I've had like, no joke, I've had like weird, I think sleep paralysis would be the best description. Like when I was younger, like fall asleep and then like see, like wake up and not be able to move and like see like dark figures. It's really creepy, but like not an actual ghost, so no. Do you dream often? I dream a lot, actually. Dream very often, and I have a lot of lucid dreams too, which is kind of cool. Do you have nightmares often? I do, not as often as normal dreams, but I do get nightmares semi-regularly. Do I suffer from anxiety attacks? No, luckily. I'm very grateful for that. Do you suffer from depression? No, I'd say things are good for myself, so there's small bouts of depression that people go through, I guess, in terms of how life proceeds. There's always going to be ups and downs in life, but I'd say depression as a more serious matter, I do not personally suffer from it. Do you exercise often and stay active? I'd say I stay active, but I don't exercise as often as I would like. Something that I'm trying to improve myself, actually. So I'm going to say no for now. Would you consider yourself emotionally wounded? No, I wouldn't say so. Have you ever felt betrayed? Ooh, not that I can think of in the moment. Do you ever feel lost in life? Yeah, I'd say that at some points there is some moments where I felt like not too sure what direction my life is going, and recently I feel like I'm going down the right direction, which is fantastic. So I'll say yes, in the past I have. Would you consider yourself a natural leader? I've been in like leadership roles before, and I would say that's something that you have to work on a lot. At least for me, maybe not necessarily a natural leader right off the bat, but it is something that that's a hard one, actually. Because there is a lot that goes into leadership, and what makes someone natural at that, that's a lot different than kind of being in a role that kind of brings about leadership. So, I'll just put yes. If you could push a button and destroy the world, would you press it? No. If I were doing this as a as a funny playthrough, maybe I would put yes. Do you sometimes dream of being a hero? Yeah, I'd say so. At points, I've done that. Have you ever been bullied? I have, actually. When I was younger in, I think it was junior high. I had a wheelie backpack. And people used to, like, kick it and, like, bully me. And funny enough, these kids would always, just like these two kids in, like, one of my school, they would always, like, make fun of me for smiling all the time. Of all the things to make fun of somebody for. So yeah, I'll say yes. Have you ever bullied someone else? No. Never. That's not a good thing to do. Would you consider yourself to be a dreamer? Yes. Yes, I would. Do you sometimes hurt people's feelings unintentionally? That's... yes. Yes is going to be the answer. And that's a deep question because it's... I never try to hurt somebody's feelings intentionally. And so you do your best to treat people with the utmost like respect and dignity and love, but there are always going to be times when you don't do something right and unintentionally hurt somebody else's feelings. So I'll put yes. Do you find space fascinating? Absolutely. When I was younger, I actually had sticker glow-in-the-dark stars all over my ceiling. I had a space blanket. Not a space blanket, but a space-themed blanket. So yes, I do find space very fascinating. Would you consider yourself to be an artist? Yes, I play music. I did art throughout high school and always enjoy it, so I'll go and put yes. Would you consider yourself to be a good friend? I do my best to be a good friend. Sometimes I'm not great at responding to people and responding to messages, but overall, I'd say I'm a good friend. Would you consider yourself to be flawed? Yes, as most people are. Nobody's perfect. Do you believe in perfection? Perfection how is the real question. And I know the game is telling me not to think of like the circumstances and that my brain will figure out the circumstances themselves. So my answer is going to be no in terms of overall complete perfection. That's almost impossible to achieve. But in order for perfection towards moving towards being better, yes. But perfection, I think in the way that they're mentioning, I'm going to put no. Have you ever stolen from somebody? I'm going to sadly say yes. I stole a like $5 ring when I was younger from a store. I've never stolen anything after that, so please do not call the police. Do not steal. It's not a good thing. I felt awful afterwards, and I like threw away the ring because I felt so bad about it. Again, I was very young at the time. Would you ever kill someone under any circumstances? I would hope that I would never have to kill anybody. Maybe if I was drafted and I was like, I still would not want to kill anybody. That's a no. If you had one day to live, would you tell anyone? Oh, absolutely. Have you ever told your darkest secrets to somebody? Yeah, a lot of openness. Do you trust me even though you know nothing about me? I mean, you're literally just like a little 8-bit character. I can actually see your face now. It's not, that's just a hat. No, I don't trust you technically because I have no idea what you are or who you are. Do you know who I am? Are you Satan? No. Is this gonna jump scare me? I know you guys watching, you're probably wondering, but I'm also wondering too. No. If I appeared behind you right now, would you scream? Yeah, I guess. If I told you that I've been behind you this entire time, would that scare you? I mean, I got a little bit of chills, so sure. Would you consider yourself to be empathetic? Absolutely, yes. Would you consider yourself to be romantic? I do my best. In relationships that I've been in, I try to be a good romantic person for the other. Have you ever been in a physical fight? Yes. I've done boxing in the past, and me and my good friend had a boxing match. Not a, like, I'm angry at you, let's fight, but we did like a boxing ring, and it was It was pretty fun. It was so ridiculous. I do not recommend it, but I had a blast. So have you been in a physical fight? Yes. Are you prone to headaches or migraines? I've had a couple here and there, but not typically. Do you look at the ground when you walk? No. It's sometimes I do, like if it's... Sometimes, but not typically. Are you attracted to the opposite sex? Yes. Would you ever shave your head? I've thought about it, actually. So yeah, that's fine. Are you attracted to muscular bodies? I mean, it totally depends on the person. Excuse me. It depends, like, if it's like a female bodybuilder. Again, everybody's different. Everybody's beautiful. For me personally, it really depends. Like, there could be some muscle there involved, and it could still be very attractive. So I'll put yes. Do you ever dance when no one is looking? Oh yeah, in my car all the time. Do you trust your best friend entirely? Yes. Do you remember your childhood extremely well? Somewhat. I know, like, snippets here and there from when I was really, really young. That's kind of hard, but childhood in general... That's hard. Because there's, like, certain memories that come up, but overall, like, I don't remember my childhood extremely, extremely well. Just, like, pieces and fragments. So I'm gonna put no, actually. Would you rob a bank if you could get away with it? If I knew I could get away with it, I would feel so guilty, though, still taking all that money. So I'll put no. Do you ever dream about running from a killer? Like physical, like dreams? Or do I like daydream about, let's run away from this killer? I think both questions are going to be no. Yeah, because usually like nightmares that I have are like situational or like creepy nightmares, if that makes sense. Do you ever dream about falling off a cliff? Absolutely. I had a really funny dream actually that came up a while ago where I was like walking along a cliff edge, and as I'm like looking over, I accidentally fall, and I'm falling, I'm like, no! And you know, typically when you hit the ground in a dream and you hit it, you wake up all of a sudden. When I hit the ground in the dream, I actually like hit it so hard that it like bounced up off the ground for a split second, and I was just screaming in pain. And then I like looked up and I realized I was like, wait, I'm invincible. I was like, I'm invincible. And so then I ran up to the top of the cliff again and jumped off and kept doing it because I couldn't die in my dream. Yes, is the answer. Do you ever dream about being naked in public? Yeah, I've had those dreams before. Yes. Do you enjoy scary movies or books? Yes, I do. And video games. Do you enjoy comedic television shows or movies? Yes, I do. Do you like being the center of attention? Yes and no. It depends on the situation. But in general, I'll put yes. Do you feel like something is always watching you? YouTube is always watching me. No. No, not really. I feel safe and secure most of the time that I am on my own by myself most of the times. Have you ever wondered what it would like to go to space? Yes. That would be so cool. Elon Musk, take me. Have you ever had an out-of-body experience? Yeah. Yeah, I have. It's very weird. I won't go into it a ton, but it's like when sitting on my bed a couple times, like I felt like I was just like, whoa. It's like floating. Not as like I would say it was more in my mind kind of thing that I was imagining and daydreaming about moving backwards. It's so hard to explain. I'm just going to put yes. Have you ever punched a nun? No. Do you like dogs better than cats? Dogs are very friendly. Cats can be friendly too, but dogs are like always like, whoa, what's up? So I'm just put yes. Do you prefer to read more than you prefer to watch movies? I actually don't watch movies like much at all. But I've watched more movies than I have read books. So, but I do love to read. It's been a while though since I've like gotten into a good book and kind of gotten all the way through it. Do you prefer to read more than you prefer to watch movies? I'll put yes just in terms of I like being able to bring in the picture and the idea of the book into my own mind while reading through it. Are you still wondering why I asked you if you've ever punched a nun? Yes, a little bit. Do you get starstruck easily? I've run into a couple people in my life that have been like big influences on me, particularly like musicians, and yes, I was definitely starstruck. Do you hate going to big parties and social gatherings? No, they're fun. Is your favorite part of your birthday receiving presents? No, actually. I love the celebration and kind of having everybody there. Seriously though, have you ever punched a nun? Like really? Just BAM! Right in the face. Nun punch! I wish I could say yes to this answer, but no. Did you laugh? Yes. Did you say what the F in your head or even aloud? No. Are you now eager to somehow get the opportunity to punch a nun sometime soon? Yes. If there's a hell, do you think you're going to it? I don't think I'm going to it. I hope. Do you enjoy fantasy fiction games? I do. Do you masturbate frequently? No. Get out of here, questions. Are you wondering what constitutes frequently? I'll just put no. Are you more than slightly uncomfortable right now? I mean, I'm slightly uncomfortable, but not more than. Is your mouth dry? A little bit, yeah. Does profanity make you uncomfortable? It does not make me uncomfortable, but I don't swear, if you guys haven't noticed. Do you believe in legendary beasts, such as the Loch Ness Monster or Bigfoot? I do love Loch Nessie. I would say there's definitely weird creatures out there that we have not discovered, and that there's probably an explanation for what the Loch Ness Monster or Bigfoot actually might be, but I don't know if they're necessarily the things that we think of them as. So I'm going to put no for that. Are you poor with money management? I'd say no. Do you enjoy solving mathematical puzzles? Yeah, sometimes. Do you speak more than I can't speak any languages. Do you speak more than one language fluently? No. Just English, I'm sorry. Have you ever visited a country other than your own? Yes, I have. Been to, specifically Haiti. It was an awesome country. Do you enjoy coffee? Yes. Do you believe in demons? This music is going perfectly right now. Yes. Not ghosts, but demons. Yes. Do you believe in angels? But yes. Are you afraid of sharks? I think most people are. Do you prefer baths over showers? I can't take a bath in my current place because I don't have a bathtub, but showers are more convenient. Obviously, I take more showers throughout my day just to get ready for work and everything, but baths are nice. So I'll say yes in terms of the fact of that. Does the smell of perfume or cologne give you headaches? No. Did you see that shadow move in your room a few moments ago? No. No. Do you ever hear your name being called even when you know no one is calling it? I've actually had that a couple times. Do things in your home often go missing and then reappear later? No, not typically. I keep myself pretty organized and yeah, nothing really ever disappears. Do you ever hear footsteps around you when you're alone? No, I'm suddenly losing the ability to read also. Do you ever hear random knocking noises around me? Sometimes, but usually it's like neighbors. Do you often look at the same time on the clock every day? Nah. Have you ever felt your feet being grabbed at night while sleeping? Oh, I don't like that. No. Do you have any pets? I did. So I'll say yes that I did. I had a little cockatiel. He's like this big. Cute little bird. His name was Boo Boo. He was, I want to say 22 years old, and he just passed recently, so. Is your favorite color green? No. Are you attracted to a family member? No. That's weird. If you won the lottery, would you share the money with anyone? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. If you could be the dictator of your own country, would you accept the role? I do not want to be a dictator, so no. Do you ever wonder what it would be like to be in prison? I guess, yeah. It'd be interesting to kind of understand and see how people live in prison. See what kind of like hardships and difficulties that people go through. So I'd put yes as that. Do you like fishing? I've only been a couple times and it was somewhat enjoyable, so yeah. Do you like hunting? I have never been hunting, so I'm gonna put no. Do you like camping? I do like camping. Do you like guns? I play a lot of video games with guns, so I think they're cool in that regard, just with their utility. I've never actually shot a gun in real life, so I'll put yes as the idea, I guess. Are you getting tired of answering questions? No, I'm actually having a blast with this. Thank you, mage man or woman. Would you consider yourself to be kinky? I'm gonna put no. Eyes are the window to the soul. Do you agree? I mean, it's a good saying. The eyes are very deep, and looking into somebody else's eyes is very, very intimate, very personal. So I can put yes for that. Do you always keep your promises? I do my best. I do my best to always keep my promises. Would you ever completely trust someone who's lied to you? Yes, there's always room for forgiveness. Are you an only child? No. Do you ever enjoy being drunk? Excuse me. I mean, it's usually not a great time, like when you're past a certain point. I try not to get drunk often, if at all. So I'm gonna put no. Like, it's fun to be at events and like have a drink or two, but when it goes in excess, that's when it can be a little iffy. Do you like tattoos? Yes, I have one. Just so you guys know. Do you enjoy being high in any form? No is the answer in terms of any like substances of that kind. High on other like factors of like high in a moment of like great joy or like something exciting that's happened, sure, but I think in the way that this means, I'm gonna put no. Do you believe you have a soul? Yes. Did you cry this week? Oh gosh, I think I did actually. Are you upset with someone right now? No, not at the moment. Is there someone you're not being completely honest with daily? No, I'm honest with most people in my life. Do you understand how this works yet? Somewhat. If you answer the questions twice, your truths may change. It's not just about answering the questions, it's about the time you spend answering them. The combination you answer them in, it's about many different variables you'd never guess. Do you understand? Yes. Are you wondering if the end of the test is coming soon based on the previous question you just answered? No, not really. I'm more so wondering when there's going to be a potential, like, weirdness, because there's so much dark space in these other areas that I do not know what's going to happen. If I were to tell you that this entire process was planted here for you, specifically you, to learn something about yourself and anyone else that bothers using this is just a byproduct of its intention, would you believe that? Sure, yeah, I guess I'd believe that. Are you afraid of being abandoned? Like completely abandoned by like everyone I know? Then sure, yeah. Are you afraid of dying alone? I think yeah, that's a common theme. You want to be able to be around the ones that you love when you're dying. Do you worry that one day you'll be unexpectedly murdered? I don't go around with that thought randomly in my mind, but I mean, obviously that would suck. Are you always on guard, waiting to fend off an attack? I'm not always on guard, but I keep an ear out when I'm in situations that may be sketchy, if that makes sense. So I'm going to put no, that I'm not always on guard. Do you feel like I know you yet? No, it's just a questionnaire. Have you heard any strange noises while answering these questions? I mean, yeah, all the noises going on in my headphones, of course. So I'll put yes, nothing in the real world. I think we have enough information about you. Whether you skipped questions, answered honestly or dishonestly, took loads of time to respond, or answered quickly without reading or understanding properly, I've been able to tell. I'm calculating your results. I'm analyzing you very carefully. I'm judging you. Based on what you've told me, this is what I can conclude. Is something just gonna like destroy my ears. If it does, I'm going to be so sad. If anyone has been put in a box in this lifetime, it's you. And that just isn't a feasible thing to do with someone such as yourself. You don't belong in a box. You belong on a pedestal because you are magnificent whether you understand it, realize it, or even accept it. People look at you and your first thought is negative. You get uncomfortable. You're not looking at you for the reasons you think. They're admiring you. They're even somewhat intimidated. You give off such a powerful aura about you that people straight up don't know how to handle your presence. They can even appear a bit standoffish at times, but that's not because they don't want to know you. They just don't know how to act around you. You're not like other people. You think it's a problem with you, but it isn't. It's a power to be admired, though it's often misunderstood. Unfortunately, it's often misunderstood even by you. You need to understand that no matter what you do, not everyone is going to comprehend who you are and what you're capable of, both good and bad. You will, however, find someone who you can open up to completely, because they will be that special key to unlock the gate you keep so guarded. You need to do your best to open up, though. Make yourself a bit more accessible. Give people an opportunity to get to know you. They'd absolutely love what they see and hear. You need to build some confidence or simply fake it. They won't know the difference. One thing you do need to be careful of, however, is trusting what people say and taking it to heart when it's negative. People who don't like you for whatever reason don't dislike you because there's something wrong with you. They dislike you because there's something wrong with them. No one who truly got to know you could ever dislike someone so astonishingly in-depth as you. If you don't understand yet, one day very soon, you will. Your secret word is justice. Remember this word. This will come in handy. What? Take the secret word that was assigned to you at the end of your session and leave it in a comment for us. We will be selecting some of you based on your answers to be included in a future project we're currently working on. Don't be afraid. This is an opportunity for you to be a part of history. This is a chance for you to be a part of something greater. Be sure to note your secret word in your comments. If you do not wish to be a part of an upcoming project, simply leave your secret word out of your comments and we will not select your name. We appreciate any and all comments you leave, and we always read them thoroughly. Thank you for taking the time to answer these questions. I know they've been of some help to you, and if they aren't yet, it will all make sense very soon. Trust me on that. Ooh. Okay. All right, that was not what I was expecting. That took... All right, I'm going to exit out of this here. That took such a wild turn towards, like, such transparency. I'm not going to lie. That was pretty good. That was, like, pretty accurate for a lot of those things at the very end. I mean, of course, it's not going to get everything right, but... That was pretty cool. I'm pulling up my Steam right now. I'm sure you guys can see this. Oh gosh, everything just got tiny. So yeah, that was the test, and that was really cool. I really enjoyed that. But yeah, so I don't know what I'm saying now all of a sudden. Justice, that's my secret word. If you guys want to kind of be a part of this experience as well, I highly recommend trying it out. I was seeing in the comments for the games page on Steam, there's a ton of people who have gotten wildly different like code names or like secret words that they've entered in. That was such a cool experience though. Like I wasn't sure if they were going to add in like any scares or jumps or anything of that nature, but overall that was like a very cool experience, being able to kind of see that overall answer at the very end of just kind of like what people think of me and how I perceive myself, that I've been put in a box and I'm like the last person that should be put in a box. It's very cool. I'm very curious to see what other people's answers and responses, and I'm definitely going to kind of go online to see if there's other playthroughs that people have done about this game. But if you guys haven't already, go ahead and check out the game yourself. It's $1.99, I believe, on Steam if you want to experience it. But thank you guys so much for sticking through this, watching the video. It's been a very cool experience. But yeah, subscribe if you haven't already. That way you know exactly when I'm going and uploading videos. Make sure the bell notification's on. Throw up a like if you enjoyed it, dislike if you didn't. And as always, we'll see you in the next one. Later.